beautiful people, fellow seekers, fellow perpetual learners. I'm taking a moment here before the new moon, in the dark moon phase. Just to connect with you, I have a couple things I want to go over. I have been take off my glasses. Now that I've gotten this all set up. Yes, it's been so full, such a busy, wonderful, challenging, beautiful, sad, happy time. And so much has been going on that I have had little space to connect with you. I had anticipated doing this recording a couple days ago in preparation, or yesterday, but I'm a mom and I have two kids who interrupt things and have needs just when I had no time for it. But I was thinking they come first, I'm giving them something I didn't necessarily have. It's a luxury for sure, that I and my husband, that we can pause in our life and offer them the space to be heard and seen in ways that we all long for, and that I certainly have longed for. And that little child in me still bumps up against that edge. That ego, that personality that we are and are unraveling and learning to remember the pieces, putting the pieces of our whole selves, our bigger selves, not just this little body person, but the all that we are part of. So yes, that is one thing I wanted to share. Just giving this gift and this permission to do things differently than we may have been taught, and do things differently than maybe everybody else around you is doing. It's challenging. And my mantra lately, the last couple weeks, I set an intention for myself, and it has become a mantra. Let go. Let love grow. So I offer that to you and encourage you to use it in a meditation practice, which, if we have time, I will lead you through. Just noticing, like clouds passing, when you are thinking of something and start really hanging onto that cloud and keeping that dark thunderstorm on top of you, running after it. Let go. Just notice, let go. Let love grow. And that way we keep raising the vibration. We practice letting go of these attachments and obsessive thinking, repetitive thinking. If you're practicing or replaying something that happened, you're nervous about how you're being perceived, right? All those things that maybe you're afraid of being judged, or feeling unloved, perceiving that something that happened, projecting that something that someone did means they don't love you, or these deep-seated hooks to those core wounds and early imprints, or past life imprints. and just energy patterns, we can change those. There's so many ways to heal. This is another thing that I've been enjoying paying attention to, especially this week, as I've been watching the Yoni Power Summit interviews of all these beautiful souls who have come here to be vessels and offer beautiful gifts and services to women, to empower women. And so my partner Carol and I were one of the some of the people interviewed, and some of my other beautiful friends, and some interesting topics that I was not as familiar with. For example, Tantra, massage, and debunking that it's all about sexual, ecstasy. So much bigger, so much more, so many ways to heal. So, I wanted to share with you that I too am merely a vessel. I'm nothing. I'm always learning, and I am a vessel, which, like all the rest of you, energy flows through. I have no signature thing to sell, no signature patented process. And I'm not here selling anything. I'm sharing. And the only difference, all the messages are all the same, right? For everyone who facilitates healing or is helping to empower people, right? It's coming from the same source. It's love yourself, love all, respect all life, honor light, whether that light is within you or in another, and live your life. And choose life. And when we strip away all these layers of conditioning, once we've processed and resolved the lessons of perhaps traumas or challenges, and really center ourselves and find our path, take that step and the next step and the next step. Follow where your path leads. And right now my path has led me to share with you, and in my own resonance, my own signature, how it flows through me and how I share it. That's the only difference. And how I share it is my unique vibration, and that dances with the all. It's just another thread of the fabric that you and I are a part of. So I wanted to share, I wanted to share that with you and allow you to drop into your center and really notice what is coming up. And as soon as you feel yourself hook onto something, let go. Let love grow. Let love grow. And in this way, as a practice, as a mindfulness meditation, you can build on that and come more and more into your center, and more breathe some space into the armor around you, and noticing what thoughts are there that you may not have been aware of before, or maybe that you are aware of, but have a hard time letting go or choosing to let go. I know I certainly have done that, where I've done years and years of meditation and healing practices, and become quite aware of my tendency to get up in my mind, and that ego that I practice letting go of. And so it's still funny to see and notice how sometimes I just feel like being grumpy or mad and don't want to budge. But in this practice, it's been really fun to just notice that again and just let go, let love grow, right? It's a choice. And the more we meditate, really, the more we realize how much choice we do have. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to share with you was one of the beautiful interviews I just watched the other day was of a woman known as Queen of Serene, and Karen, what was her name? I will look it up and write it down and share it with you in the notes. And she had a beautiful guided meditation practice, and there were two pieces that I really loved about it. And I wanted to bring this to your attention as well. That she works with the breath. It's all about her devotion is to the breath. And so in this meditation she had us drop down, and a lot of times, you kind of scan, go across your body, just becoming aware, feeling, relaxing this part, that part, the other, but moving down and grounding. And I loved that she brought special attention to the thighs, and for women especially, and maybe some men, this will speak to you as well, but just asking yourself to let that space be filled, let your thighs expand, right? So often in magazines and in just popular culture, we're taught thin, 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 be less, be less. In this culture, right? We've lived through ages where voluptuous, Grecian, hourglass figures were what was beautiful, right? Beauty is just defined by fashions and fads, and sometimes. And so this was so great to have that awareness brought to the fullness of you, right? And the fullness, not just of your being, an energetic being, and expanding, but really bringing focus to that specific part in the body that tends to hold and tighten and be smushed into a little corset, or what do they call those legging squeezy, there are names for it, those thin things that hold your tummy and your legs and your thighs all in, so you can get into those leggings or that short skirt and go out dancing. So it's a really liberating experience to tune in. So I encourage you too, then, as you breathe into and practice meditating and scanning your body and working with your breath and letting go of those thoughts and hooks, and just coming back to your breath and your body, and feel the fullness of you. Allow your thighs to expand. That's just so beautiful. And what else did I want to share? Yeah, I wanted this new moon recording, this video, to be focused on mindfulness and meditation, and just practicing that presence and bringing your awareness back to the presence. And I really love this mantra of let go, let love grow, and as a way for me to come back into presence from wherever my monkey mind was going. And realizing how, as I'm doing that, notice the reaction your body has to letting go. So as I let go of something I'm thinking about, I realize after the fact that, I was starting to kind of literally have my cellular being, was kind of going into this grasping, holding on, attaching mode. And then as soon as I'm like, let go, I notice there's a shift, right? I soften, I release that control. And the mantra that follows is let love grow. Well, then what replaces that, right? That attachment, that reaching, once you empty what's been attached, just like in shamanic clearing practices, right? You've emptied something. Well, what do you fill that with? You don't want it to be filled with just another, hook. Let love grow. And I like that because it's also from within. It has that essence. Let love grow. It's there. It's already there. Just let it grow. You see, it's ourselves, our ego, that stops us from letting that grow, from letting that connection, that be nurtured from within. We separate ourselves. It's that separation consciousness that creates this illusion that we are separate, that we're raised up in, that generations and generations and generations have been steeped in. But really, we are all connected. We are all one. We are all. Oh yes, another piece I took away from this, the Yoni Power Summit. Again, I'll have to look up who exactly said it. We're one nervous system, right? So of course, it's really hard to relax and feel peaceful when there is so much suffering going on. I feel it deeply sometimes, and we all, we need to protect ourselves from that state of constant adrenaline, of fight or flight, because the more we can tune in, and it's not to say separate ourselves from being aware and conscious of the reality and taking action towards bettering the world in whatever way we can, and whatever specialty and ability we have to do so. But the practice of allowing ourselves to rest, especially as women, allowing ourselves to rest and restore ourselves and connect in to awaken and nurture love from within, so that we can share it and reintegrate not only ourselves, but in doing that and connecting and making that spiritual connection, the realization that we are not separate, really allows it to happen in the world, because again, we're not disconnected. We are one. It's going to ripple out. Energy travels exponentially through dimensions. Like a drop of water rippling outward. So I'll come back on if I don't get a chance to tomorrow, in the next day or two, and I'll lead you through a guided meditation more specifically. I know a lot of you already know how to do this. There's a lot of information available, scientific understandings that have been written about and shared about how meditation can help our nervous system, can help really with so much stress and feelings of depletion, anger, so many things, so many benefits to that becoming present. So in the meantime, you can work with that mantra, let go, let love grow. And that's a wonderful practice. It's really perfect that I offer this to you on dark moon, as you empty and sit in the void, right? because nothing can fill a full glass, a full bowl. So it's a beautiful process that we go through, this cycle of emptying cyclically every month, whether you're a man or a woman. So take this, whether you bleed or not, too, right? Because we can tune into the cyclical flow. We still feel times when we're feeling robust energy and activity and focus. And, there's times where it doesn't, you just can't get as much done in a day. So enjoy this time of emptying. Take a moment, even as I did today. I have no time, but breathe a little space into this no time for nothing, for being empty. Let go, let go, let love grow. And the more we let go and let love grow, the more we can return to that primordial, pristine innocence and allow ourselves to be silly and not worry about being judged, and to laugh and dance and improvise and the way children do. And I've been having fun doing that lately. Especially at May Day, we had a beautiful first annual Beltane Festival in New York City in Central Park with the children, and danced the maypole and improvised the whole sacred union ceremony of the May Queen and May King and embodiment of the elements. And there was lots of joy and dancing, right? In spite of all the stories I have experienced that should otherwise keep me depressed and feeling crazy. It's just stories, right? We are energy, and we can feel joy and ecstasy. Our bodies are designed for this. It's not just designed to feel pain and suffering, right? So there's a reason. Choose life, choose joy. Feel, right? We need to feel to allow the movement of energy, because if we avoid feeling, then we're getting stuck. And then we put the cap on the bottle, and then the energy isn't flowing. We put cap at both ends. Actually, energy flows everywhere. Shakti just fires off in every cell in your body. So, and that's my sister-in-law here for dinner. Oh, so many blessings, dear ones. Thank you for listening. I love you all.